2022. Oh yeah, I'm headed to this W-2, baby. They actually asked me to work a couple extra days this week on my first 4x4 week. Oh yeah, I took that guaranteed money. You better believe that. Nothing else, my car will last a couple extra days, and they'll take some taxes out. Starting to get a little concerned about that with all the money I've been making. And, you know, it's a little less wear and tear on the old man, too, you know. So right on. So with that guaranteed money and the incentives I already got, I'm already going to have a good week. I don't want to talk about money. I'm sick of talking about money. So what do I want to talk about? Well, number one, I got tip betting yesterday. We're going to talk about that at the end of the video. What I want to talk about is yesterday I only did one delivery, right? I did it at lunchtime. It was a shopping delivery. It was like 14 items that I cut out just like that. Right on. But the reason why I only did one delivery is I needed it for this incentive. 24 deliveries, 21 out of those 24 deliveries were shopping orders. Why all the shopping orders? That's what we're going to talk about on Saturday. Let's talk about Saturday a little bit. You know, I made $612, best day I ever had. I did 16 deliveries. 15 of those were shopping deliveries. 14 were out of the same store. Unbelievable, unheard of. $34 in gas. That's it. With the gas prices. Right on. That's what I would. If this job could be like that every day, I'd quit this W-2 today, baby. But, you know, you can't count on that. But why all the shopping deliveries all of a sudden? Let's talk about it. I think it has a lot to do with what happened to me Wednesday night, right? Let's just go over that real quick. I got to the Manchester store. The whole parking lot's full. They only got 3 loaders working, right? 2 of them are playing grab ass. You know, what a complete, utter mess. You know, I had to wait 30 minutes, 2 different times at that store. Then in between all that, I went to the Kirkwood store, right? I get there, right? 2 loaders come out and tell me, hey, you need to cancel out this order. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm the only guy here. Why would I need to cancel out of this order? Because we're so short-staffed. Okay, so let's talk about that. There were 2 orders that night, right? And that I never got. Right? One was a 26-item order. One was a 5-item order. And I was there like an hour. Not quite, but pretty close. You know, my drop rate's just too high. That's the only reason why I didn't get out of there, right? And it paid really. We paid almost $40 to go 3 miles. I'm like, well, I can wait. I can wait this out because it paid enough to do that, right? But it never got there. So, yeah, it makes more sense for us to shop for the orders. No doubt about it. If they can't knock out 31 item order in an hour, you know what I mean? they don't have the staff to do it. Let's talk about the other reasons. Number one, they don't have to pay anybody by the hour. They don't have to pay overtime. They don't have to pay any benefits. They don't have to supervise. They don't have they're gonna have no workman's comp claims, you know, and on. The little bit of extra money they're going to give us is absorbed because they don't have to pay those loaders and all the other benefits they got to give them in the workman's comp and all that stuff. You know, it makes more sense to have us do it. So that's one of the biggest reasons I think we're getting more shopping orders is because it makes more sense. Now, what they got to weigh that against is how much are we going to steal? Am I going to steal? No, I'm not going to steal. The other thing, part of that is, They don't have to pay anybody to check us out and all that either. So even if some of us do steal, and if you do, you're no better than a tip baiter. You're just stupid, and you make it really hard on the rest of us. But things do happen. We know these scanners. The scanners were all, scanning was messed up. There was if you called into support, you got a message, and it talked about it. The items that were the right items wouldn't scan right. And sometimes it's an iffy deal. You know, you might throw one of those items in your car. I've done it. I'll just admit it. It was a mistake. Blah blah blah. You know, and then you know, things happen, right? But if you're out and out stealing, man, I hope you get caught. I hope you go to jail. Don't steal, because that's going to ruin all of this for everybody, right? And the other reason that I think that we might have all the shopping orders is, remember, we didn't have any forever, right? They changed it, well, I should say, they tried to change all the systems around, what was that, about a month ago, a month and a half ago, and it was a disaster. When all that happened, the shopping orders, when I first started in February with Walmart Spark, we bought, I don't know, maybe half and half, right? And then it went down to maybe 1/3 and 2/3. And then it went down to like 90% curbside, maybe even more than that, compared to 10% shopping orders. Well, maybe they over-adjusted. You know, they turned the algorithm this way, and somebody in logistics can tell you can overdo it. You know, maybe they just turned the dial just a little too much. That would be the other thing. That would be disappointing, because, well, you know what's going to happen? They're going to turn it this way again, and they might turn it that way too much again. That would suck. You know, because how beautiful is this? Unbelievable. And it's just not St. Louis. You know, I'm all over social media, and it's rampant. They have turned on the shopping order spigot. This is our chance as drivers to shine, baby, and to show them, hey, this is the way you should do it. You won't have to have all those people roaming around the store doing that. We'll do that. We'll do that. We got you. We got you. We want to do that. But if nothing else, it relieves all the pressure of them having to hire people, and them have, like those two. I don't want to keep on. I'm not even going to mention what store it was anymore. But we've all seen it. Is that, you know, the two people that were goofing off Wednesday night, right? They had no supervision whatsoever. You know what I mean? So you know, they don't have to supervise us, because we're not getting paid by the hour. We're not causing them to, you know, we're only going to get paid what we're getting paid, whether we're going real slow or going real fast or going real medium. You know what I mean? Now me, I try to move, baby. But those are the two reasons that we have all the shoppers. Number one, they've just made the decision, hey, you know what? Instead of us just spending all this time and effort, money on advertising and all that, they've compared that to what it costs for us to shop, and said, you know what? It's way better to have them shop for the orders than it is for us to pay these people to do it. Let's turn this dial a little bit this way. That's the one reason that they've made that. They've looked at they've weighed the cost of in-store shoppers against Spark shoppers, and said, oh, the Spark shoppers are way better, but they're going to steal. Or I think it's more make mistakes than steal. It's the frustration gets in there when you know you have the right item, right? And you scan it, and it says, no, that's not the right item. Man, sometimes, and I've done it, I'm just going to admit it, I've just said, you know what? I'm throwing that in the cart. Yeah, that has happened. Now, lately I don't do that because they will check. You know, I had a problem with some socks on Saturday. Blah blah blah. But it all worked out. It always does, no matter what. And then we can make some mistakes, right? But then there's people who out steal, and they need to go to jail. They need to, they need to get locked up. If anybody is stealing at their, but everybody, employees steal. There's a segment of the population that's going to do that. They realize that, and they got to weigh that part of it against what it costs to have all the cost of paying those people, paying them overtime sometimes, which they at one time were getting, and then kind of slowed that spigot down, and then the cost of hiring people, the cost of benefits and overtime and workman's comp and all that stuff against us, and the extra $10 that we get, or 14, whatever we get. So some people have even said that they see lower rates. You know what? Don't take it then, okay? If it's a little low, maybe that's another experiment they're trying. Hey, maybe if we can give you more shopping orders if we turn the money a little bit this way. Okay? If I don't want to do it, guess what? I just won't do it. You know what I mean? And then what happens when we don't do an order? Like I did 2 shopping orders on Saturday, right? I should say Sunday. It was Sunday. One paid 41, one paid 48. Now they didn't start out at 41 and 48. They did not, right? That's the Chesterfield store. One time I pulled up there at the Chesterfield store, right? And they only had one person working total, and so there's a lot to all this, and the other part of it is maybe they realized that they just didn't have any shopping orders, which is the way it's been for a little bit. They've been increasing just a little bit here and there, and then they may have said they just turned it way too far, and they just got to adjust it. As long as they don't adjust too much this way, that's okay. 21 out of 24 don't have to be shopping orders. But I'll tell you what, half and half would even be really nice. But I hope it stays just like it is. Let's talk about this tip baiting for a second. I got tip baited yesterday. Well, I should say Sunday. I only did one delivery yesterday. I don't know if they're going to tip bait me or not. I hope not. But I did get tip baited on Sunday. I only did 7 deliveries, so it was real easy to pinpoint who it was and all that. Now, somebody did ask me, how do you know who tip bait you? Well, there's only one way to really figure it out. Now, I've got kind of a photographic memory, so that helps me. But what you can do, you see that on Saturdays I screenshot every delivery. Instead of screenshotting the first screen, you go to the second screen where, it tells you the items and all that. It also tells you, before you deliver it, it tells you the person's name and their address and all that. Obviously, how could you not find it? If you screenshot that, that's how you tell. You screenshot every delivery you do, then you compare it against when you get paid the next day. That's it. That's how you do it. Do I do that? No! Because that would drive me absolutely crazy. The only reason why I did it yesterday is because, I was all into the money, which I'm trying to talk about today. So, and I noticed it was the second delivery I made. I remember where it went. I remember the street it's on, the whole 9 yards. I remember, and I'm not being judgmental, I remember it was kind of a junky house. I hate my house things hurt. I'm not judging. And I was trying to think, did I do anything wrong? Did anything bad happen? I don't remember that anything really. Now, they had a really goofy porch. I remember that, where only a few things could fit on this side of the screen door, but I put everything else way on the other side so they could open the screen door. Maybe, I don't know what else I could have done. But as my friend would tell me, you know what I mean? the people who are going to tip bait are going to tip bait. And there's nothing you could have done about it. And I agree with that pretty much. I think that's correct about 90% of the time. So, of course, I'm going to assess on the 10% of the time. But here's the other part of that. How stupid are you to do that? Because I do remember where the house was. The whole 9 yards. Am I going to do anything? No, I barely got out of bed today. I mean, that's how tired I am. No, I'm not going to do everything. Hey, I made $1,600 this weekend. I'm not really worried about your $15. But don't count on everybody that does this to be like me. You're stupid. Do you have any idea what world we live in? Are you that dumb that you're letting people know what your last name is, what your address is, and then you're gonna screw them out of money? Are you that stupid? You gotta be an idiot to do that. Just to get your groceries a little faster. I don't even know if you would have. You know what I mean? Not that much faster, because some other idiot, there's all kinds of idiots in this world, because there's another idiot that is going to be so scared to death they're not going to get a better order, they're going to take your order without the tip. There's no reason to do it. If you needed the $15 more than I did, yeah, that's cool. Well, just don't lie. Don't lie. Whatever. I don't know. It's just dumb, stupid. I mean, not in this world. I would never do that. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I'm so grateful for all the shopping orders. Hey guys, this is our chance to shine. This is our chance to show Walmart, hey, you guys are making the right decision by turning that shopping order spigot on. Let's hope it continues. Let's ride this horse for as long as we can. The problem is, I think they experiment with stuff, right? They experimented with not having any and seeing what that would cost them and what the consequences of that are, and now they're experimenting this way. Well, okay. Well, what if we just had more shopping orders? What's the cost of that? What was the metrics on that? Trust me, that's all they're doing. I seen a Facebook post the other day, and I gotta go to work, that the Walmart bases our base pay on Facebook posts. No, they do not. They may read them. I doubt it. I don't know why they would, but that's not how they do it. It's all in the numbers, and sometimes they play with the numbers this way or that way to see what it cost them, what we accepted the orders at, all of that. That's how they determine how many. Who gets what incentive, everything. It's all determined on the numbers, man. So this is our time, man, to show them, hey, man, we should have these drivers. We should have these drivers shop for these orders. That way, we don't have to pay by the hour. We don't have to pay overtime. We don't have to pay benefits. We don't have to supervise them. We're not going to have 16 cars lined up in our parking lot. And all of that stuff. Now, I would hope what would happen is that they would find a happy medium at some point, and that's what they're trying to do. Right now, maybe they've turned it a little bit this way, but when you go back when they go back to turn it this way, they don't turn it too far. That's the big fear.